Can we take like mildly bad?
Sure, yeah.
Which one is that?
Online casinos targeting children then.
Yeah, sure, why not? CSGO streamer, I don't know how to say this. Hungaugani? That. Did an expose where he requested sponsorships from CSGO skin betting sites and received offers worth up to 120,000 euros per month.
Are you kidding me? Okay, hold on. Slow down for a second. Who has heard of Hungaugani? Anyone? I'm probably butchering it. H-O-U-N-G.
We're being very mean. I'm sure you're doing great. Let's see.
Well, you can't look on YouTube.
Oh, they're doing great. Come on, yeah.
Okay, 700,000 subscribers. Okay, maybe I just need to put this in context. For us, at 14 million subscribers or whatever we're up to now, a sponsorship deal of 120,000 euros a month would be huge.
Massive.
That would make that sponsor, over the span of a year, one of our largest sponsors, if not our largest sponsor by dollars. Like, that is enormous, especially if we factor out, by the way, shout out ASUS ROG for sponsoring LTX this year. Okay, but that's separate. Hungaugani, is not running a live convention or an expo. Like, this is purely for online content. So if we were to take someone sponsoring just our content at that kind of a rate, they would be one of, if not our biggest sponsor at our size. That is wild. Okay, and can I just say shout out, because this is an amazing, amazing expose. Okay,
a really good way to do it.
So what happens?
So after he gets those offers, he then requests that they send him information about their licenses and operating practices. He concluded that most, if not all, of these sites were not properly licensed as online casinos, and he also demonstrated how he could create a new Steam account and use it to gamble skins on an external site without ever having to verify his age. And while I would probably assume this was a joke as well, to be clear, he named the account I'm 14, by the way. Kind of rough. He also requested a survey he also released a survey asking players about their CSGO gambling habits, collecting over 9,000 responses. Over 70% reported that they had started gambling with skins prior to the age of 18. At least one was only 12. Many met the definition for problem gambling, where their addiction is damaging to them, their family, and their day-to-day life. The majority, around 3/4 of top CSGO streamers on Twitch, are taking sponsorships from at least one of these various gambling websites. CSGO is not the only game where minors get addicted to gambling. Journalist Cody Luongo, who covers esports and betting, has reported that there are a handful of black market casino sites targeting minors aged 16 and younger through Roblox, which we've actually covered on the show before.
Can we just talk about how, this is kind of a funny one for me, because growing up as a kid, it was always kind of baffling to me that it was illegal to play poker in some places. Here in North America, you actually, technically, we're not allowed to get together with your friends and have a poker night and bet real money. And if one of your buddies was a cop, it was better not invite them. That was always bizarre to me. I don't. I'm so tight-fisted that the idea of betting anything other than what I could give away without caring at all whatsoever is sort of foreign to me. So the idea of developing a gambling problem where I was losing significant amounts of my money or going into debt was something that I didn't really understand at the time. I was very young, right? But can I just ask how the pendulum? Because I still don't think that's a big deal. If you got a $10 buy-in or whatever, you want to get together, eat some chips and dip, and play card games. What business is it of anyone else's? From my personal perspective, I'm sure this is going to blow up on Reddit or whatever, but
spins out of control quickly.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal as long as everybody has a bit of self-restraint, right? How did we go from that to half of the commercials during a sports ball game being for just betting on every single aspect of it? How many times is the quarterback going to pick his ass? Like it wouldn't surprise
really
me if
hope
you
that
could
has
bet
been
on
bet
that
on.
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how you'd measure it. It's so high. They're constantly in there. I mean, they got those tight pants. I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't have you ever bet on anything like that?
Have I ever? Yeah.
Have you played in a casino, stuff like that?
Yeah. So after over 10 years of traveling to Vegas every year for conventions, Yvonne and I finally went together once for a CES, and we bought like, I think $100 in chips or something like that, and we lost it in about 10 minutes at a blackjack table, and we were like, well, bucket list complete.
That was lame.
I no longer feel the need to ever do that again.
One time when I was
You're
like
welcome, Las Vegas.
16, I was traveling back from Arizona, and I was by myself in the Las Vegas airport. And they have those slot machines all throughout the thing. And I had a little bit of money, not that much. So I took like 25 cents, I put it into a slot machine, immediately lost it, and was like, yeah, that's stupid, and went and bought like a gaming magazine or something. I was like, this was a much better investment.
To be clear, one of the aspects of gambling that I do understand why people get into is betting on games, betting on professional
It makes you more
sports
invested
matches.
when you're watching.
Like,
makes it more tense, a little bit more interesting.
I
still would never do it.
I used to love watching hockey. But before I forget if it was the last one or the one before, there was some kind of tussle between the millionaires and the billionaires, and I was just like,
Yes,
this is very commercial.
Happens in hockey a lot.
Yeah. It seems to happen a lot, and I'm to be clear, I'm not blaming the players. You know, if the ticket sales and the merch sales are coming in, they should get their piece. Absolutely. I'm just saying that it really made me, instead of just sitting and watching hockey, it made me reflect on the business of what I was watching and how much of it is just a product, and it gave me time to sort of think about the way that the athletes, even though we put them on these pedestals and we look up to them, and you know, as kids, they're our heroes. We have posters of them on our walls. The way that they're actually just kind of treated like livestock.
Yeah.
You know, like no, but really, you know what they're prone to, like leg issues. So just take them out behind the barn and see you later, buddy. Right? Like I don't know. I started to find a lot of it really kind of uncomfortable for me. But what I will say is that when I was following the sport very, very actively, it wasn't so much that I cared about the Vancouver team winning, because realistically, there was nobody on the roster that was from Vancouver or probably even wanted to be here.
And they weren't going to win anyways.
Well, no. This was when they were good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not like I'm rooting for my Vancouver team, but you get to know the characters. You develop these like parasocial relationships. I'm sure you guys can't relate. And you feel like you know them. You want to root for them, right? You want them to succeed. You want them to lift up the cup or whatever it is, right? And so what I kind of realized, looking back at how invested I was, like I had stopped biting my nails for years until I started watching hockey religiously again. And I realized all of my nails were bitten down to nubbins because they'd be behind by one in the third period or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I can see how people could get kind of hooked on the thrill of having, not just their hometown team where they know all the personalities, or, you love the logo. Yeah, people will follow sports teams for any number of different reasons, or because they are in the city where they can go and watch them live, or whatever the case may be.
Their primary colors really go with my skin color.
But people being able to amp that up and, have the thrill of winning real money, and, I can see how you
having an actual stake in the game.
Exactly. I can see how that could be extremely
We're really making
addictive.
an advertisement for sports gambling.
Well, but what I'm saying is, I do find it upsetting that we have gotten to the point where it's gotten very. I feel like mobile gaming started this, man. It's gotten very predatory. Like they're going after the whales hard. Hey, look. Hi, whale team. Hey, we try to provide value for the whales. They got a computer, they got a hotel, and all that good stuff. There's value. There's value in that ticket.
Yeah.
We're not just taking your money and giving you back like some pixels, right? or a chance to have something. I guess oh wow, seriously? We didn't even get to the worst part, Luke. These Roblox or Robux casinos you can cash them out for real currency, meaning that millions of dollars are being gambled in these online casinos, and Bloxflip, one of the largest of these sites, is paying teenage Roblox influencers for promotions.
Oh, I guarantee you it's for money laundering as
They're
well.
often
Like, promise you.
Creators as young as 14 have claimed to have received emails from Bloxflip offering sponsorships, including kickbacks for the wagers that are placed by referred players. Oh, good. Now it's a pyramid scheme, too.
Yay! Roblox has stated that it will be taking actions on these sites, but didn't exactly specify.
Hasn't Roblox said that kind of thing before?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, as long as we just count on these platforms to self-police, I just don't think we're ever going to see any kind of meaningful change, because they benefit from it. Even if they aren't taking a little bit off the top of every transaction, they benefit from the popularity of the game. And
well, it's Robux transactions, so their
so
money
they are
has
taking
to be
a bit.
involved.
But even if they weren't, though, they still benefit from people just being invested in this platform. Okay, can we please find something that's good news?
What about sponsors?
Here's something good. We have a Motherboard House of Cards announcement. Congrats to Caleb M. from Idaho. His House of Cards had an outstanding length of 185 centimeters. You have won an ROG Strix motherboard. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever how you claim your prize.
Give me the motherboard. Where's Sean?
Is it here? Okay, cool. We'll deal with that in a second. Why don't we talk, you know what? Why don't we talk about Twitter rebranding as X?
People in Floatplane chat are saying that we should have Floatplane gambling, where you can gamble on what's going to happen in WAN show.
Wait, this is actually a really good idea. Okay.
Float bucks.
We basically, we
We
stack.
rig it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We stack
Money.
the deck. Okay, so we've been. I wish you guys weren't all hearing this. We've actually been doing this for years. Okay? Every time the WAN show is late, we're conditioning you guys to think the WAN show is always late. Then we introduce the ability to bet on whether the WAN show is on time or late. We bet on the WAN show being on time. And then we lose all of our money anyway because we couldn't start the WAN show on time to save our lives.
Still happen late. Yeah.